Look, I love the kids and all, but Tariq punk ass gotta die. Hey everyone, it's Sharona from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing Power Season 5, Episode 1, Everyone is Implicated. And I will have to say, before I get into breaking down this episode, which a lot of stuff happened this episode, this has to be one of the best season premieres that I've seen from a television show in a really long time. And that is simply because so much happens in this episode and so much is set up to show you what season 5 is going to be about that it almost felt as though that this wasn't a season premiere, that this was a season finale. So let's get into it. I'm gonna try to make this video under 10 minutes, but a lot happens, so let's go. At the beginning of the episode, it opens up with Angela being at the crime scene of the dirty cop, Ray Ray. And basically, she's playing everything back in her head, how Tasha asked her to clone the phone, that she was looking for Tariq, and she's starting to see how she is now caught up in this mess because she should not have been at the crime scene in the first place. Then she wanted to be Captain Save-A-Ho and be like, hey guys, you see this bullet in the wall? You should go ahead and run ballistics on it. And so we see that this gun is going to lead to a match with what she thinks is Jamie's gun, but we all know that it's actually Tasha's gun because Tariq, little punk ass, stole her gun and went to go find Ray Ray in the season 4 finale. And so now Tasha and Angela kind of have to work together to try to make this all go away. And so we see Angela's been blowing up Tasha's phone, and Tasha's like, Angela, what do you want? And she was just like, you used me. You basically used me to clone a phone so Jamie can find out where this guy was and murder him. And she was just like, he did not murder him. And she was just like, no, you're lying. You're covering up for him. And then she basically told her, hey, it was Tariq who took my gun and murdered Ray Ray, and basically we covered it up. And then she was like, well, you didn't clean it up because you left a bullet in the wall. And so now Tasha knows that this is going to be something that could come back and bite them in the behind. And so we see that basically Angela is left with no option but to delete the gun out of the internal system. And so basically her and Angela and Tasha kind of go back the entire episode. Angela pops back again and Tasha's like, why have you not done this? Like, girl, what are you doing? You know what you gotta do. Get it done. And what I love what they did with Angela's character, even though I can't stand her ass, but I like how during the course of this episode, between whether it was when she was talking to Tasha or when she's talking to Proctor, Angela's trying to make it seem like, hey, I'm just trying to do the right thing and I'm trying to help you and help the kids. And Tasha's like, you're not trying to help me. You're only doing this because you're still in love with my husband. By the way, I don't care that you're in love with my husband because like you're trying to make it seem like, oh, I gave him back to you. You took my husband out once, but twice when you falsely accused him of a crime that he didn't commit but kind of committed. But yeah. And like you brought him back like that was supposed to wipe the slate clean, like we okay. You still a homewrecker, you still ain't shit, you still trash, okay? But make this right, because I know that you're gonna take care of it because you love Jamie. And so also too with Proctor tells her as well, like, girl, you're not trying to help me out. I don't know what your angle is. You blackmailed your way into the position that you're at now. And basically, I just don't trust you and I don't want your help. And so Angela is just really trying to figure out if she's going to really try to live this clean life and take her new job and move on, or is she just going to probably where she's already at right now kind of crawl back into this world with Jamie. And then we also see that while she was at the crime scene that she wasn't supposed to be at, we saw that this murder led to an internal affairs investigation, and the lady actually saw Angela, paid her a visit at her office, trying to let her know, like, girl, I'm on to you and I will figure out what the hell you are doing. And so that puts the St. Patrick's basically in two different types of legal battles that they don't even really know is going on. One that they're fully aware of is the legal battle of when the ballistic report comes out, if they find the gun, if it didn't get deleted out of the system, but we're pretty sure it's going to come back to bite Angela in the ass, that somebody's going to figure out that she deleted this gun out of the system using somebody else's name. And so they have to try to figure out how they're going to cover their tracks so that this murder of Ray Ray does not lead back to them. But also, too, what we saw at the end of season 4, we see that while Angela's at the crime scene with Ray Ray, that they are interviewing the girl from the first episode of the entire series that can basically pinpoint Ghost as being James St. Patrick. And so Angela's boss, Tamika, she's basically telling them that, hey, you need to bring Angela in on this. She's your boss. And while she can't fully handle the investigation, she can give you guidance on where you need to go. And so when she goes to talk to her the next day, because she was blowing up her phone, she was like, where were you? And Angela basically lies and says, I was asleep. Tamika knows that she's clearly lying, like, bitch, you lying. You lying, girl. Why you lying? Why are you always lying, Angela? And so she basically tells them, like, hey, do not tell Angela about this witness that we have because I think that something's not right with her. And that something ain't never been right with Angie, but it's okay because this girl just stay winning for what reason, I don't know. But yes, so those are the 2 battles that they're going to go through. They already know. They don't know about this one yet. And I can't wait to see like how they react when they find out that they have this whole other battle going on with the DA's office. So where we going to go to next, y'all? Let's go to Tariq bitch ass, okay? So let's talk about Tariq. So Tariq ain't shit. He's the reason that his sister was murdered. He didn't tell his parents. And so we finally see this confrontation between Ghost and Tasha and Tariq. And so when they're coming back home, they basically ask him like, hey, you need to give us the full story because obviously you're still lying. You're not telling us everything that's going on. And so he basically tells them how he figured out where Ray Ray was, how Dre told him. And then Jamie was like, little boy, like, why don't you understand that Dre basically sent you to get shot, like to get killed? And in Tariq's head, Dre is his friend. He would never do anything like that. And I just don't understand why this kid is so damn dumb. And why did Raina have to die when you should have died? You should have been the one to die. And so we see that he got physical with them, like kind of choke him, put him up to the wall. And I was just like, y'all should have been beating his ass from day one because this is the reason why Tariq is the way that he is right now. Y'all was sitting up here ignoring him and this little boy is out of control. So we have a more interesting conversation after he lets Tariq leave. And basically, Jamie tries to blame Tasha for what happened. And Tasha was just like, bruh, are you serious? Like, I was the only one that was here with the kids, going through the mess that you put me through, and you really gonna blame this on me? And I was just like, Jamie, why you? No. First of all, both of y'all wrong. None of y'all was paying attention to what's going on with your kids. Because Tasha, you too busy having a damn affair. And then Ghost, you was in jail. Then you was having an affair before that. So really, like, you guys are the both to blame, okay? But one of the bigger blames and questions that I have for you guys to let me know in the comment section is, do you feel like Kanan shares like this huge blame more than Tariq and Raina's parents? Because Tasha is basically just like, why are you hanging out with Kanan? He's the whole reason that he even met Ray Ray, that he's in this entire mess between the beef that you guys had. And I'm just like, but you guys don't understand how you basically putting him in jail, setting this dude on fire. Like, all your actions led to where you are right now. Whether you really want to blame Kanan, which he does share the blame, but Ghost did a lot to him, like, to even make him an enemy in the first place. And so I thought it was interesting that Tommy was saying that everybody was just like, yo, like, Kanan is the real one to blame. And I'm just like, I feel as though everyone needs to take responsibility for the role that they played in Raina's death and basically Tariq being a punk ass bitch. I'm sorry for my language, but Tariq really he irks, like, every bone in my body, okay? Every bone in my body. This little boy get on my damn nerves, okay? So, we see that Lorenz Tate, I don't like his character. Like, I love me some Lorenz Tate, but I am not feeling this. When they were in the church and they were basically just like, the press gonna be here and y'all gonna do this here, I was just like, ugh, this is like why people don't be messing with churches like that, because y'all be having hidden agendas. And then the fact that you have the pastor in on this, and then you being all extra as if this man has not lost his child. And that's why, like, when Tasha tried to check them, like, what are y'all talking about? Press? Like, we don't know none of these people at this damn funeral. You want the press here? Like, it's about us losing our child. And so it was very interesting to see how all of that played out. And then also too, when we get to the funeral and we see, like, her mom is asking her, her friend is asking her, like, who are all these people? What is going on right now? And they're just like, look, I gotta tell y'all later, because I don't even know what the hell's going on, but I just thought it was mad weird. The whole vibe of the funeral was just mad weird. And then how you got your current boo, or your ex kind of current boo, at the funeral too. And then how they tried to play Tommy like, yo, he can't come sit on a pew. I was just like, I just don't like what y'all doing. I really don't care for his character, but I'm interested to see how all of this is going to play into season 5 and developing his relationship with Larenz Tate, and how they're trying to better the community while still getting their hands dirty at the same time. So let's get on the topic of Dre. So we see that Tommy finds out that Dre has murdered the Padre, which makes Tommy upset. And then they kind of devise this plan on how they're going to take out Dre. But what they don't know is Dre has basically allowed them to play right into his hands. And so they come up with a plan that they are going to basically go to where they do all their little dirt. They're going to shoot Dre. They're going to be in and out, boom. But Dre was already a step ahead of him. They start shooting, boom, boom, boom. Then Ghost gets shot. And then I was like, dang, are they going to get out? And then all of a sudden, Kanan randomly pop up out of nowhere and then saves the day. And so we see that they take Jamie to the little veterinarian. We see that Proctor comes in and helps get him stitched up and basically tell him like, hey, I don't want to know what y'all was doing. I got my own case that I'm trying to do to get reinstated. And I don't need to know any of this because I am not an attorney, and attorney-client privilege does not apply here. But can we talk about how Proctor is the real MVP? Okay, can we go ahead and trade Tariq punk ass for Proctor? Because I'll be more than happy to make the exchange. Okay, let's make a trade because I can't stand Tariq. But so then that plan fails, and so then they come up with another plan to take Dre out, and basically Kanan is like, well, hey, let me send my guys, and then he was like, no, he's gonna know that your guys are coming. Tommy was like, let's send the Italians. And so basically Tommy makes a deal with the Italians that they're gonna help move their weight. And then also too, in the course of all of that, we saw that he was telling him the story about how these two kids are like one of the greatest like hitmen around. And so basically he gives them a side job. And remember when they said, hey, we don't take orders from anyone else but the head honcho. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna give you some money. You ain't even got to kill old dude, just bring him back to me. So we see that during the funeral, Tommy tells them, hey, everybody's in place, let's go. And so it looks like a great plan. Like, you're gonna take out Dre while you're at the funeral, so you have an alibi. There's press there, everyone sees that you were there the entire time. But what did you not think of? Tariq bitch ass snitching. Okay, this little dude over here with Tommy telling Ghost, and then he act like he doing a eulogy, act like he getting all sad, and then he go to the bathroom and send Dre a text saying run. I was just like, oh my God, I cannot stand your ass. Ooh, they should have beat your ass. They should beat you more. Actually, you can send his ass over here and I will make sure he ain't gonna be snitching on nobody no more. So he basically warns Dre. Dre starts running. We see Kanan's guys going after him. But what Dre does not anticipate is the Italians, like Tommy said that he would, they basically put the cover on him. And I'm just like, y'all, why y'all didn't get his damn gun? And I'm thinking like Dre about to be a damn goner. But no, Dre pulls the gun out of the back, shoots both of them. And so now I'm trying to figure out, so what does that mean for Tommy and his relationship with the Italians now that their two best hit people have been killed? And then you basically did this behind his back without asking permission. So I'm sure there's going to be a whole nother storyline for Tommy, like getting into any type of crazy stuff. But we see that Dre gets away, and we see that at the end of the episode that he basically goes to the gravesite of Raina because he knew that Jamie would be there, and he basically gives them the card, the Jimenez card, and you see that Kanan's so ignorant. Like, first of all, this girl like, you supposed to walk me to my car, and then he was like, your hands ain't broke, and then she was like, you could at least open up the door, and then he go just hit unlock like he opened the door. I was done. Kanan, between that and then he was like, let's go get this little light-skinned dude, I was just like, I'm over you. And even when he told Jamie, Jamie was like, why you trying to help us? He was like, dude, you the one who burned me. And you sitting up here asking me questions like why I want to help you. Like I could have killed you like 21 times. And I was like, yeah, he's actually right. But I was just like, Kanan is just a fool. And I actually like his character. At first I was like, damn, like why does he keep surviving? But I actually like what he brings to the show. And so we see that Dre basically tells Ghost like, hey, I don't want to see you coming back here burying any more of your family members, so you need to stay back. Don't forget that I'm protected by the Jimenez, and there's nothing that you can do to me. And so now we just got to figure out, like, what's going to happen, okay? I want to talk about a little side note between, you know, Tasha and her little boo kind of getting back together, even though he thinks it was Jamie, but it was Tariq that killed Ray Ray. And then her mama saw her, and mom was like, girl, what you doing? But it ain't even that big of a deal. I'm just going to wait to see where that goes and when Ghost finds out how he's even going to react, because it seems like neither one of them care about each other at this point, but I don't know. So, yeah. So, I think that was everything. If I missed something, like I said, it was so much that happened. I couldn't possibly remember everything and try to keep this video down. But those are my thoughts on Power Season 5, Episode 1, the season premiere. As always, my name is Sharronda from Pay Your Weight. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.